So, does the employer have to give you time off to do training?
Your employer doesn't have to give you time off for training, but it's important to sell them the benefits so that they will agree to give you the time off anyway.
There is no obligation at all for them to give you time off for training, whether that's paid leave, unpaid leave. So it is going to rely absolutely on goodwill and good planning and organisation, and yes, selling the benefits. So let's look at the ways in which we can perhaps generate that goodwill, so they're going to be more inclined to give you that time off. So first of all, you probably need to check out whether there's an in-house policy. Has anybody here worked for an organisation who's got such a policy? You do, Charlotte. What does that say?
I was already employed and then I became a reservist and found out the policy about it. And they give you 2 weeks a year to go off and
Very good. So the first thing you have to do is go and check out if there is a policy, because if you're not sure, possibly your manager isn't sure as well. What are the other things before you go to a meeting with your manager, and I do suggest this is a face-to-face meeting to discuss it with your manager, what other things you should prepare in advance before that meeting? So what in-house policy is one we've talked about. What else?
You would want to organise some cover for your job while you were gone, so make it look proactive.
Very good, absolutely. If there's any problem about covering the work, you've already thought about it and solved it before you get into that meeting. Anything else?
Pick the training activity that has minimum impact on the organisation.
Absolutely. Make it easy for the employer to say yes. So you're going to the meeting, you have got a list of your dates for the year. Now, presumably you get them quite a way in advance, don't you? Yeah?
In our specialisation, 18 months in advance.
Okay. So that's plenty of time to sit down proactively with your manager and go through dates. And what I suggest you do at that meeting is have a copy of the dates, one copy for your manager as well, and go through with them and say, right, wanted to talk to you about the training. These dates I'm going to be doing in my free time. These are evenings and weekends, so there'll be no impact, unless you do shift work, of course, which will need to be scheduled in. These are the dates that I would like to take off for my 2 weeks. And again, showing that you've thought about any problems. I've arranged cover from that week, or there's a sales conference on 2 weeks before, so I brought forward a deadline, or I'm going to train up a colleague to deliver it. Just showing that you've anticipated any problems that might arise and you've helped solve them. Much more effective than just saying, right, I'm off for 2 weeks, you know, sort yourselves out. You have to own that problem for them. And this, again, is about generating the goodwill for them as well. Sell the benefits, absolutely, that's something you need to do. Problem solve the obstacles. After the meeting, you need to write to them, email them, the dates that are agreed. If there's any changes to those dates at all, you need to give them good notice. Again, it only makes sense to give them lots of notice so that they can plan for your absence as well. So it's all about generating goodwill. These little brownie points are the things that are going to help you. Any other queries? Great, you're good to go. Thank you.
All set for next week then? Just wanted to check that you're all ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. yeah. No, bags are packed, polish the boots. Looking forward to seeing the boys again, you know.
Yeah, I'm talking about the product launch next week at the International Trade Fair.
Yeah, of course you are. This is a bit awkward. I'm not here next week.
I'm sorry? Well, I mean, you've got to be there.
Well, no, TA training. This is a big exercise.
Why wasn't I told about this?
Well, I'm pretty sure I CC'd you in on the email.
What email?
The email I sent to Becky in HR.
Well, this is bad. Well, this is really bad. Does this training have to be next week? Can it be moved? I mean, another time?
It has to be next week, absolutely. I mean, you get the call. It's been planned for ages.
Ages? And I didn't know about it?
Well, ages-ish, you know. I mean, to be honest, it's sometimes on a strictly need-to-know basis.
And I didn't need to know because I'm only your employer and I'm paying your wages? Is there someone I can talk to about this?
Well, no, you could, but My platoon sergeant's a bit of a beast. Gets a bit shouty.
Oh, so there's no one I can talk to about it?
Well, I think there's some stuff on the web if you...
I'm just not sure that I can spare you next week. I'm not sure I can accommodate this, you know.
Well, no, it's not a holiday.
Where are you going?
Cyprus. Near Napa.
How long for?
2 weeks. One in the hills and one on the beach.
Beach?
Yeah, beach assaults.
I think you need to think very seriously about where your loyalties lie.
While we're on the subject, though, there's a couple of weeks in September. Now, I really need those. Now, that's important, because, touch wood, I'm off to Afghanistan in January, so...
I need to talk to Becky in HR.
Yeah, no, talk to her, because I gave her the dates, and she's...
You've been having a thing with Becky?
Right enough.
When you're asking for time off for training, remember, give as much notice as possible. 2, confirm in writing after the meeting your date so there's no confusion. Be flexible. If there's a choice of dates that you can do, why not ask the employer what's best for them? Benefits. Sell the benefits of your reservist training because it benefits the employer as well as you. And lastly, problem solve. Try and anticipate any problems, and if any come up, own the solution and suggest some solutions. Makes it easier for the employer to give you the time off.